Hello, welcome back. Felix here today on Storm Clear. This will be basically classed as an emergency video for the upcoming storm. It is intensifying at an unprecedented rate, and the Met Office has now named it Storm Kathleen, which I did think they would do, but it has been confirmed as being named now. So that means we are definitely getting amber wind warnings. They've said winds could reach 70 miles an hour, which means it's more than likely going to reach 90 based on their average off. So, for example, in Storm Cian, they were 60 miles per hour off the actual top point. So that equates to about 90% more wind than what there should have been. So the overall prediction from what they've said and the actual wind speed, it makes it out at an average of about 20 miles per hour over. So we're going to say winds will probably reach 90 miles an hour, which means the red weather warnings will need to be issued. So from the upload at this point, you can see the date just up here. We are now going to progress, and this storm rapidly deepens. It is a very, very deep area of low pressure. Now, the actual low symbol itself actually goes up a bit, but when it does that, it meets this black system, and that just sends it into an uncontrollable frenzy, and it explodes basically. So at the moment, just there, winds are probably going to be reaching around 200 miles an hour, and obviously it makes that sharp turn, so it loses a lot of that strength, and it's this damaging weather front which is the cause for concern. It is a very damaging cold front, very heavy rainfall, very strong winds, and the isobars are very tightly packed as they come in towards the tip of the Republic of Ireland. So if I was to issue red wind warnings, we'd be looking at basically this sort of area and this sort of area here, if I was going to issue them right now. Basically the entirety of the UK will be under a yellow wind warning all day Saturday. It's what needs to be done. All day Saturday. And for all of Scotland and the Republic of all of Scotland to be under a yellow all day Sunday as well, but that's it. So 2 days of yellow from me for wind. Amber weather warnings be issued around 6 a.m. Saturday. Amber, this is for all of Ireland, Republic and Northern and Western England, and that'd be from 6 a.m. to midday. It's kind of hard because it's 6-hour boosts. I would say this area. Oh no! Can we zoom in? Oh, actually, we'll have to do it on camera, won't we? So this area of the UK, I am more than likely going to be putting under a red wind warning, and same with this area of the UK here. Now, I'm reluctant because red is extreme, but the Met Office has said 70 mile an hour winds are expected in these areas, which more than likely means we're going to be getting 90 because based on the average that they're off. And that, damaging wind front affects all of the west side of the UK. If I actually go to the weather warnings for this area of the UK, you can see we got yellow rain and yellow snow. The yellow snow warning is from 3 a.m. to 9 a.m. Friday, so basically that one would have finished by the time this video comes out. And the rain warning, I think, is for 2 a.m. to 9 a.m. So these two do not matter. This is the yellow wind warning that we are having at the moment. Now, the Met Office don't deal with this area. That is, I can't even remember the actual name, but they've yellowed all of this area. Obviously, it is quite a significant proportion. As they've named it, we are expecting it to reach amber, or it will reach amber level. You can see they've put it as unlikely because of its distance away, but as it gets higher and higher, it will go into an amber. Where's the further information box? So we'll see 70 mile per hour gusts. So basically, gusts of 50 miles an hour are expected throughout the entirety of the Northern Ireland. 60 to 70 with very large waves expected around the coastline. Now, if we look at this yellow wind warning, this is from 8 AM to 10 PM, and this one was from, I think it's actually the same warning. I think it is, yeah. Okay, that's not very helpful. Yeah, it's the same warning, basically. But what it basically shows is 70-mile-an-hour winds expected, which is amber level. And for me, that will take us with the extra wind that generally occurs because their forecast generally isn't spot on. That will mean we'll be going to red, because red starts at 80 because the ground is so wet in the west at the moment. It is just so wet that 40-mile-an-hour winds are toppling trees at the moment. So if we get 70 to 90, then we're expecting some significant wind. So looking at this map, I would be issuing a yellow for this entire portion of the UK. So this entire portion under a yellow wind warning from 6 AM Saturday, 4 AM Saturday until the end of the day. And then I would be issuing amber wind warnings for this area, followed by this area and all of Ireland. And it's difficult to say, but reds will technically be needed. It's just the reluctantness. I'm reluctant to issue them. We need them though. They will issue ambers. I am certain, because they've named the storm. They will be issuing ambers at least. It could go up to a red as the storm nears and obviously intensifies, because it's in the middle of the Atlantic at the moment. It's got a jet stream it needs to cross, and if it crosses that any earlier, it could miss us. It could rapidly intensify and get worse. It could have a more severe collision with the actual proper centre ploughing into the UK. Or if it doesn't cross the jet stream and lose its strength to start with, it could be an even bigger system. It could be like Eunice, where if it does cross the jet stream moves, and then it doesn't slow down but actually gets worse. We could see winds of 145 miles per hour, which is obviously quite a bit more than my prediction. If I did issue reds, the reds would be for this area here. I bet actually it's the Met Irene, isn't it? And this area here. Now, if we just go on to the Met Irene, the Met Irene has actually issued yellows today, yellows tomorrow, and ambers. So at the moment, so I would expect the area which is shown in amber, I would place under a red. The area shown in yellow, I will be placing under an amber. The area shown in yellow, and this area I'll be putting into the area shown in yellow we're going into an amber, and then everything in this area which is in white will be under a yellow, and reds, obviously I've said this area here will be under a red, and I would expect this area and this area here too, and actually I would extend that red up there as well. Now obviously the reds will be confirmed, but that's still, if I don't say anything else, that'll be where the reds are. Actually no, on Friday morning I'll give a heads up. Friday evening I will give an update on the community post tab of my channel, Storm Clearer, which you're watching this video on, about whether those weather warnings are staying, or I'm going to cancel the reds but leave everything else. That is the thing. So basically, keep up to date with that, and I will be able to show you whether the weather warnings are staying for the reds or not. But if I say they are, that is the areas they'll be issued for. Looking at rainfall, we are going to skip Friday and go straight to the storm system because it is such a bad storm system. We do have to kind of do. So yellow rain warnings for Ireland, all of Ireland, start at 8:30 Friday, and they will then spread to this area of the UK from 2 AM Saturday, and just yellow all of that from 2 AM Saturday. The yellow for, you can see that let's see that structure. Oh, that's such a bad storm. It's a bad storm, I can tell you now it's a bad storm. If that shifts this way, I don't know, a few hundred miles, we'll be red. The Met Office would have to issue reds. This whole area be issuing under a red, I'd expect, and all of that will be under, actually that'd be under a red because that's the north side, and I would expect all of that to be put under reds, all of that, if it crosses, but it's not meant to at the moment. And then really, the yellow rain warning ends at like 4 AM for Ireland, and obviously for the rest of the, and for this section, so then from 4:30, sorry, it's just this area under the yellow rain. Obviously already issued those wind warnings, so that is the rainfall, and this is the kind of worst time around the 12 mark for that, and you can see this like line, this is the weather front which I'm concerned about, and that is the one which will bring us the concerning gusts of, you know, potentially 80 miles an hour for this area, and for this area 90 miles an hour, which is what I'm forecasting. Now if we go to the Met Irene, they have said, oh, they haven't even said, they've also named it Storm Kathleen. Well, they haven't actually said the wind speed they're expecting. Let me go and have a look. So the Met Irene are expecting the wind speeds to reach 91 miles per hour. I don't use the Met Irene, so I have no idea what their structure is. All I'm telling you is it shows 91 there. So, and these wind warnings are all day. The reds would be in force from the reds would have to be in force from 8 AM until 3 PM, and the ambers and yellows will all end. Obviously, when I said earlier, the yellows have already said, and the ambers will end at the end of Saturday. If that system moves that way, like up a bit, and they get this portion, they're looking at like 110. Oh, it does actually move that way. So maybe, no, they have got the strongest. You can see the structure. It's such a strong storm. It just stays. And with this one moving through, that isn't really much, there isn't much to that one. Rainfall wise, yes, we'd have to issue rain warnings here, but that would be coming out in Sunday's premiere. Any lightning strikes? Yes, there was. Have they got the wind gust thing working yet? Oh, you little... The Met Office should have a video on their channel about where the strongest of the winds should be, so be sure to watch that. I will be watching that in a minute. But anyway, that's it for this video. Thank you very much for watching. Please leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.